What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Chef coming to you from the Gundam kitchen. Haven't made a little instructional video for a little while, so I wanted to give you guys a quick and easy tip. Um, Probably did this one before on YouTube, but want to hit you guys up again for those beginner modelers who aren't ready for full-on paint jobs. Just wanted to show you how you could easily make something look weathered using the Gundam markers. So the two markers I'm using is the paint marker, which is your standard Gundam paint marker. This happens to be silver. My gunmetal dried up. That's what I preferred to use was gunmetal, but worked with what I had. And then the Real Touch. This is a marker that you don't often see as much, but these are really useful and they come in several colors. One side's a brush side, and the other side is a finer tip. Yeah. All right, so let me just show you real quick how I got to this. Now, the only other thing I did to this is I threw a top coat on there because it was shining a little bit too much, and it cut it down a little bit. The other marker you can use that helps is this one, which is the Real Touch kind of eraser marker, but alcohol and a Q-tip works just the same too, so either or. All right, so let's get started. Basically, I'm getting in all the panel lines with this marker and all the edges. Some nice little vents along the side there. Not really worried about where I'm going. Can all come up later, so it's not that serious. So we'll just hit the front side mostly of this one. So we do that real quick. I already using one I got pretty dirty already, Q-tip. What I'm gonna do is just blend this in. Now watch, while I'm blending it, I'm also staining the rest of the plastic. All right. Now I'm gonna come with a little bit of alcohol and a Q-tip. Oh, let me show you how this marker works first, so you can see. What I don't like about it is sometimes it's a little too intense and it'll pull it right back up. See how clear that got? So you'd have to kind of blend it in. So that's kind of like why I like to use a Q-tip. I can probably use a combination, the Q-tip and it together. So he's just like pulling right up. So now I gotta blend that back in. That's looking pretty good. So you'll get those fade lines almost as if you were airbrushing or something like that. But let me pour a little alcohol and show you how that works on the Q-tip. Now, when I put that alcohol on the Q-tip, I want to keep the Q-tip fairly, I don't want it soaking wet or it's just going to erase everything I did. So I just dab it and then dab it off a bunch. Make sure it's not too wet there. So we can line up the middle here. And having, you don't want it all stained the same color. Having different fade marks will definitely give you that sense of realism. And you could have done it in reverse. You could have had it darker in the middle and then fading lighter at the ends, or the way I did it, where it's lighter in the middle. So now, if you want to take it to that next step, what I did is I hit it with the top coat. So when I put my metallics down, my metallics only get dull coated, because I like to have it a little flatter, because this plastic's really shiny. But I don't have time to show you that, so I'm just gonna touch this up a little bit so I have a little bit of outlines there, like some dark edges. All right, and then the Gundam marker's a little too obviously too big to work with. So what I do is I just decant some of it onto there. And with a toothpick, since this is so small, you could easily do this dry brushing technique, normal dry brushing. And I'm pretty much doing the same as dry brush. I'm getting a lot of the paint off of the toothpick, so I'm not putting too much on at once. Just gonna dab it along there in some spots. Get it up on the edges. Now it'd be much better if I let everything dry, put the top coat on there, then I could get this in here a little better. But you can get the idea. Now I cut the other end of the toothpick off so I can have a wider surface, so I can do like dots and stuff like that. Then come with the toothpick again, sharp side, and just finish that up a little bit. So I mean, this is just a demo to give you guys an idea, and you see how quick that took. So yeah, you can see the other lace is a little less shiny, but they're pretty close actually. You know, this across this whole Gundam will look really good. And obviously, you gotta get in those little spots. This is one of those little box figures. I'm just playing around with it. I think it's a universal builds or something like that they just came out with. They're about maybe 3-4 inches tall. But just to give you guys an idea, I'll check you guys out later.